And that's how we go live. Oh, dear Lord.
Alright.
Safe, I did choose
My bad.
Disney Derps, so.
My bad. I'm good.
That's good, it's fine.
That was good.
Okay, and just to make sure I'm doing everything on here. I'm going to remove this as well. Okay, yep. We are good. Good to go. I'm going to remove this as well. Okay, yep. And I'm not going to leave that up since. Good to go. I don't like seeing myself double.
I'm trying to figure out how there's like a way to.
I don't like seeing myself double. Oh, you know, my camera's upside down. Let me see. I don't like seeing myself double. Oh, you know, my camera's upside down.
I did not paint my nails. I said I was going to.
The camera's upside down. I flipped it. Okay.
I did not paint my nails.
There was something oddly easy to figure out about that.
About the camera being upside down?
Well, no, about the orientation, because every time I've tried to do it before, I'm always, to try and get it closer to the pink, I always go to the blue because it's upside
backwards,
down.
Yeah.
And it was way too easy.
You're learning. I need an eraser too.
There's one right there. And I found actual music. Clearly I was just ridiculously prepared for this, so. We're going to go with this. Close. Exit the Twitch.
Are we live?
Yes. I'm doing a terrible job at it, but we most certainly are. So. Is that better? How's that? I've almost forgotten who this person's supposed to be. And of course I don't think I saved a picture, so.
It was the statue, right? That.
Yeah, but I'm wanting to still do it in her colors. Could be, okay.
Oh, instead of like the patina statue style.
How's that? But yeah, I didn't really want it in the... Maybe. I might do it like dim colors, light colors. Better? Okay, yeah, because I had it real low to start off with. I had it low last time, so I wasn't sure if that's what I needed to do. That's Cinderella, not Sleeping Beauty. You know, I think yeah, from Outlast. Well, no, actually, I had it a little louder from Outlast, I think. But... So yeah, I don't know why, but I entirely up and decided I was going to be finishing that.
Well, a lot of people like scary movies and scary things because the jump scare is kind of fun.
I do, and it made me sick to my stomach trying to play it, and so that's more or less why I don't know why I'm going to keep doing it, but I intend to, so.
I loved being nauseated. I was so scared I was nauseated.
It was horrible. Oh, okay, there we go. That's what she looks like. I think I kind of chose somebody that I wasn't entirely sure
Not
about.
as familiar with.
Yeah. I chose the first pretty statue I saw.
So who is she?
Cinderella.
Oh, it is.
It is Cinderella, yeah. I just wasn't entirely
yeah, that makes sense.
familiar with how she looked. You know, I could have sworn I put all these in the same side and not upside
Only
down.
one was upside down. That's not too bad.
It's not, but that should have alerted me to that was happening, but apparently not. So, let's see, light. Oh, maybe this one would work too. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for letting me use your supplies so I didn't have to lug everything over.
Yeah, of course. You can always use my supplies.
The thought of trying to gather anything was beyond my comprehension.
Like I said, I don't even know where you got the idea that I would have any sort of an issue with it. It's insane. Oh my god. There's surprisingly good music on this thing. I was actually listening to it just to make sure, like, okay, am I gonna like having this playing? And I forgot that that's what I was trying to do, and I really enjoyed it, so it was entertaining. Okay. I think this is good enough to try and sort of kind of figure this out. I have a few colors over here, so if you need any of those, that's what's happening.
I'm just doing a basic classic Mickey.
That's perfect.
I do like so many of the girly things that I just decided to try to do something different.
See, I'm sitting here and I'm just like in awe of your ability. And I'm just
No,
like,
I love that thing.
I know, but I'm like, I don't know. I love art and I love everyone else doing art, and I'm just, I'm like, I don't know. I have a problem. That's what I have. And there's paper towels, so if we need that.
Oh yeah, for sure with watercolor. I've never drawn a Mickey, so I decided to go with a classic character because I couldn't decide what character to do.
It's awesome. I like how it's turning out.
I'm just gonna do, like, who doesn't love Mickey, right?
Yeah. King Mickey. So on my stream, when I was doing Outlast and then Abzu after I got really scared, I didn't realize, but the cat had snuck in. Well, actually, I did realize that the cat had snuck in. What I didn't realize until after listening to it was that he was meowing.
I didn't even hear that.
There was only a couple times, and I was looking through trying to look for a particular scene, and as I was playing through it, all I heard, meow, meow.
I must have thought it was something on the game because I don't even remember.
Maybe, because
I don't want you to not be my friend, but I do want to tell you what I did if Joseph didn't already. But I still want you to be my friend.
Okay. I will be, but I'm really
I
curious.
suggested that he come scrape and tap on the window while you were playing. But then you had headphones on, so I wasn't sure if you'd even hear it. But
Oh, yeah, probably. Because I didn't hear the cat at all. But I was concerned the whole time. I was sort of like, he's going to do something, and it's going to be terrible. As it was, like, I don't know that you know the extent of horror, because, like, I didn't jump very high. But when you sent me that text, there was horror. I was very shocked.
I was entertained by it.
And the guys always told me this. They're just like, yeah, it's way scarier when you're playing. And I'm just like, whatever. And it is so much scarier when you're playing. Because, like, even when I was looking back.
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, like when I was looking back at the video, I was like, that's not scary at all. But I remember that horror and that fear, like something was clearly there. I do have a game though that we might be trying. It's what's it called? Dragon Rage. This is the icon. This little guy in the corner.
That doesn't look very raged out. I like it.
Oh no, there's like insane rage, and I'm so excited. Like, I was just looking through trying to find something else that I would want to play around with or something, and I found this, and it is just gold.
So someone made you really mad today or something? I think I missed something earlier.
Yeah, so like if you look at a hotel's rates online, like you would go in and go to the day that you're planning to arrive and then actually look at the days, not just...
because I know, especially if there's events or different days, everything's a different price.
Yeah, and you wouldn't just go, like, search hotels near me and then look at, you wouldn't just search that and then look at the starting at rate. That's just, at least to me, I'm thinking, like, that's a pretty obvious thing. Don't look at that. That's just the starting.
And not even for that hotel or that
chain
or anything.
That's just the base starting rate for somebody somewhere, whatever. Yeah. So I'm not even going to bother mentioning the hotel name, but...
yeah.
But this lady came in, and she had done that. And so she had seen this price that was like $50 lower than what we were at. And I'm like, okay, so, and I've tried to explain to her, because I get that a lot. And I get that, okay, maybe if you don't get a hotel very often, that's normal. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I get that. I absolutely get that. So I tried to explain to her, I was like, hey, so that rate you're looking at, that's this. It's our advanced purchase, non-cancelable kind of rate. You have to buy that a couple weeks at minimum in advance. And she was insistent that no, that was the rate that she was seeing. And I'm like, okay, so I just need to be able to see the site. Now, she was already getting mean with me at this point. But I was like, I kept it cool, and I was like, okay, so just let me, what site are you looking at? She could not for the life of her tell me what site she was looking at. She started to get angry with me. And And then she's like, I just looked up hotels near me. And she showed me her phone. And I was like, oh, okay, so yeah, you're not actually in the site. If you go into the site, then she got all angry and she was like, are you going to quote me the rate or not? I'm like, let me see what I can do. And I went out of my way to find the lowest rate I could get her, which was not, shockingly, $50 off. And she was just, and she's like, oh, well, this and that. And got all upset and just, like, rage quit out of there. And I'm like...
Rage quit the hotel.
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, you know, I would have certainly tried, and, like, no other hotel's going to give you that rate. I was honestly trying, even though you were being very mean to me. I was trying. And this was after several other lovely incidences, and I was just like...
You deal with a lot of angry people.
It's really surprising how many angry people come around there. And yeah, so there was that fun little event.
I'm sorry that people are snippy and rude.
Had I not been as horribly and insanely tired as I was at that time, it wouldn't have even been a big deal, but I was tired, so... And just not okay. Otherwise, like Joseph said, I've had people come in and be just the worst person possible just because apparently that was fun for them. And they'll get really angry and run off, and I'll just be like, have a nice day. People. Just weird.
I actually had a pretty good day at work.
Yeah.
It's just busy. I just can't keep up. Like, by 2 o'clock, I really struggle. So I've realized very quickly that I have to keep certain tasks for the morning while my energy is higher, and then do certain tasks later so that I can keep momentum and still be working efficiently. I just don't like not being at 100%, but at least that way I have some workaround to be focused and doing things. It's not like I'm just...
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I think if I can stick to a schedule like that, I might be able to make things work a little more easily, because I don't want to expend all my energy at work to the point that I, just like tonight, I barely was going to do this. I don't want to give up all my extracurricular stuff, so it's like I need to find a balance. But I also need to make sure I'm performing well at work. Like, obviously, I can't just...
Yeah. That's honestly how I feel so often, too.
Sorry.
I always feel just like... Before I started all of this stuff especially, so this has been very helpful. It's just like I go to work so that I can afford the place, so that I go to work so that I can afford my bed, and I sleep so that I can afford the health to go to work, so that I can afford the bed to sleep in so that I can go to work. Yeah. And yeah, no. Remembering and feeling like that is
still
never...
your red temporarily?
Yeah, that's on there. As if you needed to know which one was red. I was entirely just out of it today, though. Like, I did a couple things that by the time I realized what I was doing, I was like, why did I do this? Like, the most complicated way of doing something or things like that. I'm just like, okay, I need to call it quits.
Poor thing.
It just sucks being in a
How is
job
it only
where...
Tuesday?
Right? Like, this isn't supposed to happen until, like, Thursday. That's our brain dead day, but
Yeah.
it started early this week.
Sorry, you were saying a vegan job. What?
Oh, being in a job where you can't just, like, call out and be like, okay, somebody's gonna replace me.
Oh, right.
You're like, you're the last line of defense, and if you don't come in that day, then God only knows if somebody else is. And...
Right. Plus there's the, money thing.
Yep. That's where I was. I was sitting at work today, just being sort of like So I could see if somebody would be willing to cover, but what am I going to do about my paycheck? That's a good question. But this is good. It's nice to
You were very sweet to try to pick me up. I think it's funny we ended up just at each other's houses, but...
I should have known, too. Like, I was driving there, and I was like... I knew exactly what I was going to say to you and everything, and then I was like, wait a second. This is going too easy. And as soon as I was getting out, I was like, oh, I got to get there really quick, otherwise she's going to already be there, and yep, you beat me to it.
Are you done with skin tone for now?
Yeah.
Okay. If you need it back at any point, let me know, especially since it's yours I'm using.
No, you're fine. I'm hoping this is kind of turning out the right color because it's kind of not. Oh, there it is.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's kind of an off color, but it's not too bad.
And now, home by Hans Moment. That I should see. My cataracts are blinding me.
This water paper is completely different consistency and absorbency than mine. I'm having a hard time blending out in the normal style I would.
I forget
That's
that you're... Yeah. Like, I've never had such trouble as you jumping from between one and one. Not necessarily that it's like you're not used to it or anything, but I swear that the paper just is like, this is Melanie. And then just instantly changes its consistency because I've never even found another paper that does what that one paper you gave to me does, so...
Yeah.
It just knows. Huh?
Ah, the black is the one that's upside down.
Oh, yeah. That it is. Let's see. Okay, that's not turning out too bad.
I like it. I like that style you do.
Oh, thank you. I am definitely trying to do a little bit better on that, but that's
The
all
kind
gonna
of
be.
sketch thing.
Yeah. I'm needing a lot more practice, but it's turning out much better. Okay, apparently this little guy has got a yellow shirt. My foot's fallen asleep. Oh no.
Your foot?
My
Oh,
foot.
because you're sitting on it. Oh my god.
This is the rest of my life. I'm never moving from this position again. I'm gonna try this one. Ow. Okay. And then I think this is kind of his color.
totally made me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's his tail. I just made it thick at the bottom. That was funny. That was freaking funny.
The snoozes are hidden.
Oh, that's looking so good.
Ooh, thank you.
Did I give you back the red?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, you're
Oh,
good.
that's so pretty.
Thank you. A little cotton candy bird.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Thank you. You get a really good amount of pool on the markers. I have such a hard time doing that. Okay. I was gonna dilute the black and then I remembered I have gray ones. You have gray
Those are
ones.
grays.
I think I'm gonna try a little darker. Yeah. He's so happy.
Oh my god, I never thought I'd ever hear MGMT again. But guess who popped up on the Yo Gabba Gabba Spotify station yesterday?
She's late for baby yoga, but she's looking hella fly. Breastfeeding out in public, catching everybody's eye. With her brand new Orbis stroller and her probiotic smoothie. I hope was checking prices on that tasty vegan sushi. That Adbusters mag and her artisan toast. She's always shopping local and avoiding GMOs. Scoping out the Lululemon different line on her phone. Using Amazon Mom, cause she's always on the go. Watching girls make really takes her back to the Bushwick parties and the vinyl stacks. She misses Cafe Grumpy and Brooklyn labels. But when she's back in Franklin, she can never get a table. She remembers Luna Lounge where she passed out flyers for an underground band in Arcade Fire. Before Lena Dunham was successful,
Hi.
Hi!
We were too focused on what we were doing.
I glanced up just a few moments ago, I swear. What color are her shoes? To fix.
What?
She said she just yelled at Joseph to fix us, not looking at chat. You can blame him for not paying attention to me. It's definitely his fault. Hello. Oh, okay. You're at least listening.
You bad egg. So I'm going to let it bleed out like this, and then I'm going to go back and clean it up and line really dark lines for it.
I
So
can't
it's
wait
got
to
the
see if
bleed
that's gonna
back
look
around.
Awesome.
I don't know. I'm just trying something different.
It's looking
I
epic.
might have done something really insane here.
Art is insanity. Sleepy, tired, and how would I describe thyself?
Where do you see that?
Granny Stitches. Second from the top.
Oh my god, my eyes
How
are
are you
so
guys?
bad today.
So that's how she's doing. We're dragging a little. I don't.
We are Disney derps tonight. Yep.
Yeah. Pig-like. Let's try this.
Aww. That's sweet. Where to? I almost didn't. I was here, but I was just laying over on the bed. I thought about just putting my shoes in the stream instead of my art, so you could see I was here, but
As long as
laying
you're
in
here
keeled
in
over
spirit.
pose.
In spirit is just as good.
Do you think the gold iPhone 6 flashes her indigo aura?
I don't know. It was a very hipster song.
Good luck with that, Joseph.
He
I
did
stole your
threaten that.
green.
Hi,
Did he
Andrew.
seriously?
Yes. We were lying here because he had to wake me up, and he says he's learned to finally wake me up 30 minutes before so that I don't turn into a complete monster. And he's like, I'm just going to sleep in here. I mean, I've had 6 shots of caffeine before, 6 shots of espresso, and it did nothing for me. And I had a pretty good night's sleep. I don't know.
I do.
You've had coffee, haven't you?
Did I have coffee today? One this morning, yeah.
Okay, only one.
I have to limit it to 1 or 2 a day.
So that was pretty little.
Yeah. I pretty much only do 1 or 2 a day, but usually I do one in the afternoon, and I did not, but
Mm-hmm.
I
That,
don't know that it would matter right now, to be honest, but
yeah.
if she had, you asked. But I only had 1, Joseph.
It is seriously something in the water in Cottonwood. You wouldn't believe how many people are dying. I want to see how he's going to finish this off. I'll try that air thing today. I do realize that. But I suppose my real question was how many cups of coffee have you had today, not whether you've had coffee today. That was what I was looking to
Yeah.
find out, so.
Well, I call it 1 cup, but it's like my, yeah,
The
well,
big-
I mean, it's not that one. Oh God, that would be fantastic. It would take me like, I don't know, what, 6 or 7 Keurigs to do that? Me neither. Well, actually, I can remember because before I had my procedure, I couldn't have anything. It was awful. You don't want to remember that day. It's horrible. Oh, excuse me for one moment. Yeah, I needed to itch my nose and I didn't want to do it on screen.
All I see is the pink right now, and so I've forgotten that you have half and half at the moment. And I was trying to figure out, because that's what I saw earlier. I can't wait till this
calms down so I can do the lining on it.
Give you a hair dryer. Maybe don't hyperventilate yourself. That's a good idea for today. But if you want to have a hair dryer.
Just hair drying things on a live stream.
I mean,
just a normal Tuesday.
Yeah.
My missing conversation here. So
that is how you get those good. What are we doing to get good ratings? Coffee? That would be a great idea.
We'd have better ratings and people would like us more if we just had our coffee.
I need something. I need to try those Aspire things again. Okay, I think I'm done with this. Oh, yeah. I heard... I could use banana bread. Is it anything like Marianne's banana bread? I think it was banana bread.
Who's Marianne?
Andrew's mom. Joseph's adopted mom. Da-da-da.
That's so cute.
There we go. The camera's just like, I can't decide what color this is.
That is so cute.
Yay. I think I messed up just a little bit on the face, but that's not half bad.
I like it.
Not too worried. Thank you.
It's a really obscure Disney thing, which I think is going to be really fun.
Yeah, that's what I want to... Yeah, moist. Her banana bread is amazing. It's all sorts of crazy, wonderful. That gives me a couple things I need to put up on Etsy as I finish this thing recently.
Which white was that? That one worked really well.
These were two different whites, so I used the excuse me while I reach into my bucket of white. That's not the right white. Okay, so around here that was this one because I couldn't quite get too precise. Like I did put it on a couple stars, but you see it was really blotchy a little. And then I used this for the stars and some of the more detailed spots, so it ended up working really well.
Yeah,
and
it looks awesome.
Some of these were I just left like white, that. So
yeah.
That's why they're there. Thank you.
How many hours do you think that was in the end, start to finish, like actual work time? Between tracing and drawing. I mean, you know, drawing and tracing it onto this paper and everything.
Honestly, it usually takes me about 9-ish hours. Dense and moist. Like it's been chewed already. Oh, that's not a good way to describe it. Why would you describe it like that?
Like it's already been chewed.
It's so not the way you would describe that. It's dense and moist, like it's already been chewed.
I love that bread.
Oh, God. It's wet and delicious. I feel like you're just going to add on to it, and... No, not like it's been pre-chewed. Like it's moist and good. It's good. There's so many different words you could have used for that.
That doesn't sound... You guys are not...
It's actually really good bread. Stop reading.
Oh, I can't wait for this to dry and to do all the details on it.
So, I was thinking because of our somewhat derpiness, I might switch over to playing a game that Joseph has seen the preview to, and I found it and started laughing my ass off because
really
it looked
moist.
wonderful.
It needs to dry.
That is
Speaking
really
of moist.
And so, what do you guys think if we switch over to a game for a bit? It's nothing scary either. There is no such thing as too many bananas, so yes. Banana. Oh, I should, yeah, this. I've given up trying to keep these in order, and I'm just
They
like...
came out of order. Like, the color
They
doesn't
did.
make sense. Maybe the numbers, I don't know. So did the Copics. It makes me so
irritated.
confused. Yeah,
It's-
it's trying to be...
It bothers me so much. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna show her that, and there's gotta be ass laughing stuff.